Good evening. I'm Diane Macedo in for Cindy Hsu. U.S. Attorney General Loretta Lynch calls that shooting at a Planned Parenthood a, quote, crime against women. Tonight, we're hearing from the survivors and family and friends of one of the victims. A police motorcade escorted the body of fallen officer Garrett Swayze to the coroner's office. We're also getting a clear portrait of the suspect, his troubled past, and his living situation. CBS 2's Matt Kozar is here with more. Matt?
Diane, law enforcement sources say as Robert Deere was taken into custody, he told police, quote, no more baby parts. His comment sheds light on a possible motive. Police say he had propane tanks in his car, and they believe he intended to shoot those tanks and cause an explosion.
I've been shot. Come back to my car.
A plea for help from a police officer at the Planned Parenthood clinic in Colorado Springs. Officials say the suspected gunman, 57-year-old Robert Deere, moved calmly and methodically as he shot and killed 3 and wounded 9. Colorado Springs Mayor John Suthers says police monitored Deere's movements through security cameras inside Planned Parenthood.
They were able to trace the movements of the perpetrator and inform the officers and the SWAT team about those movements.
Deere reportedly sat down in a chair when he realized he was cornered and yelled out he was surrendering. Surveillance video at a nearby shopping complex shows officers with body shields moving patrons to safety. Ozzy Lacano was sitting out front in his car when he says Deere walked up to his window and shot through the glass.
And I saw myself in the mirror, and it's like, my God, he was aiming for my head.
Investigators are combing through Deere's trailer for clues. He lived in this rural area, 60 miles west of Colorado Springs. Over the years, he's lived in remote trailers and cabins in the Carolinas. Neighbors describe him as reclusive. So far, the only shooting victim who's been identified has been 44-year-old police officer Garrett Swayze. He was on duty Friday at the University of Colorado, where he worked. When he heard the calls of shots fired, he rushed to the scene. A pastor at Swayze's church was there when Swayze's wife Rachel told their 2 young children their dad had died.
The cries and the sobs of her children learning that their daddy was never returning is something that will probably be etched in my mind for the rest of my life. Before
becoming a police officer, Swayze was a figure skater who competed in the 1995 national championships and won a junior national title in 1992. Former U.S. national champion Nancy Kerrigan says she and Swayze skated together as kids.
Fun, funny, a true friend, just very loyal and loving, caring person.
Sources say the suspected gunman Robert Deere is cooperating. He's being held without bail and is due back in court Monday. Deere's no stranger to the law. Court records show a restraining order and an allegation of domestic violence. Diane?
All right, Matt, thanks.